Super Bowl famously got its name from Lamar Hunt's children playing with a super ball, bouncing it around. He liked the name. He started calling it that. Pete Rozelle didn't like it, thought it was corny, wanted it to continue to be whatever the NFL World Championship or AFL NFL World Championship game, which it had been the championship game up to that point. It stuck, though, because the media loved it, and it becomes the Super Bowl, and now we've had 60 of them, and they are a media monstrosity unto themselves.
Yeah.
These games are an economy.
Yeah.
Like the lead up, the 2 weeks right now that we're in, the Pro Bowl and then the lead up to this game is going to be the net revenue of an entire state.
Yeah.
That's how much cash is behind this.
And who's the halftime show? Bunny Baby?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny Baby.
What is that?
He's talented.
He is?
Oh, he's talented.
How do you know? You've never listened to a song.
No, of course. My God, I have kids. I have a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old.
And they listen to Bad Bunny?
Absolutely, they listen to Bad Bunny. He's like a hip-hop icon.
Oh, my gosh.
Multiple languages.
Yeah, I don't care.
And he's Puerto Rican, which is part of the United States, by the way.
Yeah.
This whole...
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Part of the United States.
That argument, yeah.
We do own the territory of Puerto Rico. So it's not un-American to like Bad Bunny.
Okay. I just never
Is that
heard,
official?
I've never heard. I guess I'm going to have to go home and...
You can't have Taylor Swift every year, all right?
I don't want
Kelly
Taylor
Clarkson.
Swift. Yeah.
And,
it's pretty difficult to pick somebody that's universally loved or liked, and maybe he's a good pick.
Chris Stapleton.
He was good.
He could do it every year for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this game is in Santa Clara, California. It will be the 12th appearance for the New England Patriots. The Seahawks have also been there multiple times. As you know, they met against each other in 2015, where the Patriots escaped.
The Malcolm Butler interception. Yeah.
It's one of the most heartbreaking moments in sports history. And I say that unequivocally because at that point, you didn't want Tom Brady to win another one. Right? He had already won a couple.
Yeah.
Although Russell Wilson had won it the year before, so it wasn't new to the Seahawks either. I guess I'm hemming and hawing here, but the 2015 game, you wanted Marshawn Lynch. All the beast mode thing had taken on a life of its own at that point. Why don't they give him the ball in that situation? There's so much to second guess, but Butler picks the ball off on the 1 yard line.
I was watching the game at a poker tournament in 2015, and I put a good amount of money on New England Patriots.
Spread?
5.
Oh, my God.
Down 24-7 in like the fourth quarter. I want to say it was. I want to say that it was.
You're laying 5.
I'm giving 5, and they win by 6.
No, they win by 4.
No, they win by 6.
No, 28-24.
Oh, then I'm thinking.
So
of
you
a
were
different
given
game.
3. You must have been given 3. You must have been given 3.
No, I'm thinking of a different game then. It was back when they played.
Jesus Christ! Are we talking about? You're off on a whole different game.
I'm on a whole different game.
We got.
Well, they have so many. Super
Paging
Bowl
the
wins.
neurologist to suite number 5, please. We're gonna. The CTE has officially set in, but to your point, Patriots 28, Seahawks 24. You're sure you didn't have money on this one too? There's a good chance you lost both of these.
No. The Patriots when they played Atlanta, whatever year that was.
There's a good chance that you had the Seahawks and thought you were about to cover.
No.
And got it snatched away from you by Russell Wilson.
No, that's how 90% of our bets that me and you have ever made in our life, that's what happens to us. We get screwed. We're up, and then they could come back and cover.
It was a heartbreaking defeat to see what unfolded there, and Brady's celebration. Everybody in the building thought that Marshawn Lynch was going to get it once or twice,
sure,
and they were going to go in and score that touchdown.
Yeah.
So there's history here between these two teams. I don't think there's anybody on the field from 2015.
No.
Neither one of they're so young. I mean, we just talked about
No.
the average tenure of their players is 3 years and change for these two clubs. But I'm sure there's people in the buildings, right?
Oh, yeah.
That have been working for these two franchises throughout this.
You know what the odds makers say? You always take the team that won last time.
Really?
Yeah.
Which odds makers?
Don't know.
Is this Jimmy the Greek?
That's
or
something I read.
is this Pete
Jimmy
the Greek? Pete the Greek
It might
down in
be.
Tampa?
They said take the Pats.
Dr. Kados.
Take the Pats and the points.
Is Kados actually picking them? We got to get him on the phone. We'll have to dub that in.
I don't talk to Kados much. You talk to Kados
I have a
much?
text with Kados.
Me too.
Kados has got.
Oh, he's on the group text that you're on.
And Kados has a story he wants us to bring into the GOATQuest media empire.
What's that?
Yeah, he wants us to do a show about running adult entertainment venues in South Florida.
Oh, really?
He says it's a reality show waiting to happen.
Like
His daily life
Like a documentary?
is a reality series about Pete's life.
That actually would be really good. Pete's very entertaining.
I mean,
He's the best.
personified.
And he cares about what no one thinks. I mean, we really
He
don't.
gives zero Fs.
We don't care either, but I have a few Fs that I care about.
Oh, Dr. Kados.
Dr. Kados does not care.
No, he does not. But you think that he'd be taking the Patriots under the current fables and mythology that you've created
I don't know.
for picking the team who won last time.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
so.
We're going to break it down now, position by position.
Okay,
Are you ready to dig into this?
I think so.
I've already criticized Roman numerals and Pete Carroll's coaching and Dan Campbell's coaching and everybody
had
else
this
in here.
somewhere.
We got the notes. And by the way, the Patriots, we talked about this. They've got, they lost the 2 to the Giants. They lost to the Bears in the Ditka final. So it hasn't been all roses in the Super Bowl for the Patriots. It isn't like they're impenetrable in this big game, even though they have won 6 of these. Do you think, first of all, before we get into it, do you think that it'll be the all-time ratings win? 124 million people, 123.4 million people tuned in for Super Bowl 2024.
Well,
You think this one,
Yeah,
having the two coasts?
I don't think here's a question. Has it ever year over year gone backwards? I don't think so.
It has.
It actually has.
2025 was not as good as 2024.
Really?
This is 2026.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder why.
Well,
Where
there was a time, remember when we had 3 channels?
Yeah.
And everybody just tuned into the thing that was on the 3 channels,
Yeah.
right? So, these ratings are
Technology changes.
what doesn't
People-
change is that the commercials go up in price every year
Yeah.
to get 30-second
Yeah,
spots on
so
these
that's
things.
why that's why I would think that
They're
it
going to
would
be spending
always
$10 million.
it'd always go up. Yeah, you would think.
And you would think that, that when teams are this good, there's no volatility in the game. But remember, the Patriots did have a 25-point comeback in that game against the Falcons, which I
Yeah.
think is the one that you were
That's
thinking
the one
about,
I'm talking
where they
about.
were given the points.
They were given 5.
And holy shit, they end up covering.
They won by 6.
Yeah, they end up covering
That's
that game.
what I was talking about.
R.I.P. to Matt Ryan's career. And although he's an analyst now.
Yeah,
He's
they're
found a
fine.
way to be okay.
Yeah.
So let's dig into the comparison in this 60th Super Bowl, the XL Super Bowl or LX Super Bowl? LX.
You're going to go position by position?
Yeah, I want to break it down. I want to
Okay.
give the audience an opportunity to really see this thing unfurled
Okay.
at the root level.
Okay.
All right, so let's start in the trenches where games are won and lost. The offensive line. Who has the better offensive line in this game based on your due diligence?
Well, most of the Seattle offensive line I didn't do all the research on, but
Charles Cross, and then the guy who's gotten a lot of run lately, the all rookie, is Zabel, the kid from North Dakota State,
that was
who was talking on the sideline. He got featured on Sports Center.
yeah. Did you see the story on him?
Yeah.
And the one-on-ones?
Yeah.
Just tough.
Yeah, Zabel and Cross. I think in the way Kenneth Walker is running behind that offensive line,
And from New England, you got Will Campbell. You got Jared Wilson. That was a rookie from Georgia. Garrett Bradbury, somebody that I don't know. And Mike Owenu. I mean, the name.
Your due diligence was deep.
Yeah,
you went deep into this.
I did.
That they do have the two-headed monster with Henderson and Stevenson in the backfield to run the rock. They have done the New England offensive line has done a fantastic job protecting Drake May. Drake May does enough with his feet on his own.
Yeah, I would say that too. Last game, I didn't think that Will Campbell played that well. I think he's a little hurt, a little banged up. I didn't think he played. He got beat.
They're all going to have 2 weeks off, as we mentioned, right? It's not
big.
this weekend, it's next weekend.
Yeah.
So they're going to get a chance to heal up. Watching both teams, I would like to say that this is an evenly matched scenario, but I think with the way that Sam Darnold is going to be maneuvering in the pocket, I think that the Seattle offensive line is more important to the success of this game. Drake May can make his own plays.
Yeah.
But I think the Seattle offensive line is more important to this game, and I do think that they'll step up and they'll win this battle. I'm going to give the edge to Seattle.
I don't. And I really don't know the reason. I watched the Seattle game and you say to yourself, who can beat them? And I guess, maybe this New England team can. If Drake May didn't have a great game the last game.
No, I mean, it was in the snow and it was playing against a great defense.
And he didn't play that well.
He did not screw up bigger than Stidham did with his screw up.
Well, he had one screw up. He tried to throw it and it happened to go backwards. It was fourth down anyway. It was going to be fourth down.
One guy did make a mistake and the other guy did not make a big mistake. Sometimes that's all it is.
The guy's had his ass on the bench for what?
I know.
2 years, 3 years, and been a backup 4 years.
I'm not throwing him under the bus. I thought he did a serviceable job. I thought he was above average.
Yeah.
Especially for a guy coming in that situation.
Yeah.
The offensive line now takes us over to the defensive line. What happens in the trenches? As I just noted, I never heard of most of these guys from Seattle until they were the best defense in the NFL, and I started paying attention.
And actually, when I was watching New England last week, a couple of the names that shot out at me, at Tonga,
Milton Williams, who is arguably their best player. I didn't know him from Adam until the middle of the season.
And you see what he looks like? The Milton Williams looks like a stud. I mean, he just looks great. I mean, Christian Barnmore, I don't know when the hell that is.
You have a photography session set up with Milton Williams after this?
Why is that?
You said he looks great.
No, he looks.
I'm just putting you on.
He looks great.
Okay.
He looks the part.
Oh, now we stripped it.
Part.
Okay.
And we talked about the linebackers. Spillane, I remember I've been watching him.
He got banged up. We'll see if the rest helps him.
Christian Ellis. Then they've got the chase on the start of the LSU player. They're just making plays.
I love Spillane and Ellis. I mean, the linebacking core for New England, I think that's a big win for them. But on the defensive line, I'm going to go with Seattle again. I think the Seattle wins both sides of the trenches. I like New England's defensive line. I just think Murphy, Williams, DeMarcus, I just think they've got too much on the defensive line. The linebacking core, if we flip over to that, I like New England's linebacking core.
Yeah, no question. And then we get into the DBs and the safeties. Carlton Davis, who used to play for the Lions, has played so well. Played really well 2 games ago. Didn't play so well this game.
Is it Boya Mafi? Is that how you pronounce the Seattle linebacker? The guy who really brings it? The pass rushing linebacker for them? I think it's Mafi. I think that's how you say that.
Mafi. I don't even see him. I don't have him on my thing. Boyan Mafi.
You can we can cut that if I got the wrong guy.
I think you might.
No, I think Mafi and Nuasu. Mafi's the one who comes in for pass rush situations, right?
Okay. I don't have him on here.
For Seattle, you don't have him on your.
No. Oh no. For
you're talking
New England.
New England. No. Mafi's is on the Seattle side.
Okay.
So when we look at the linebacking cores, the question is going to be, in these disguise coverages, can these linebackers get out and make plays on the slot, make plays on the tight ends? Because from all accounts, they're going to try to push everything out of the middle of the field. They don't want Sam Darnold to be able to use JSN in the middle of the field, to be able to use Barner and Noah Fant in the middle of the field. They want to push everything to the outside so that Gonzalez and your boy Davis can make hard cuts on the ball and create some turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, the weather's going to be good. It's in San Fran. So weather's not going to be a problem. Wind's not going to be a problem. Footing's not going to be a problem like it was in the other games. I don't know. I still really like the cornerbacks from New England, and I think that they'll be able to shut them down.
Sam Darnold has one of the highest percentages in the league for plays over 20 yards. So the big pass plays are something that Seattle has lived off of.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be challenging Christian Gonzalez. I think Davis and the rest of that gang is going to have to hold up because I think that's who they're going to go after. They have this proclivity for keeping the ball out of the middle of the field. That's what Vrabel coaches. They disguise this, it's cover 1, cover 3. When I look at what Sam Darnold is going to have to do, he's going to have to find those inside seams, and he's going to have to, I hate to make the cliche because the commercial with Tom Brady is all over the place right now, he's going to have to rip the seam.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing it all year. I mean, and I'm sure that everyone's been doubting him. It's got to stop. He's got to start throwing picks. He's got to start making bad decisions, and he hasn't. So, no, I mean, that's how you get to the Super Bowl. So I think both teams have played above their median. I don't even know what I was going to say there. Played above what they should be playing.
I agree.
To get there. So
I think A.J. Barner has been an X factor for them. I think he's contributed a lot offensively to Sam Darnold's attack. He's the Michigan tight end with Fant. When I look at what Sam Darnold has to do, and I start thinking about the depth situation, if New England puts heat on him early, who do you think loses more if they have to go to their backup quarterback? Seattle or New England? I mean,
I'd say New England because Josh Dobbs is the backup for Seattle, and he can play.
Dobbs, Dobbs? It was Drew Lock though, right? Dobbs is the.
I think it's Josh Dobbs. Yeah, Drew Lock's on the team too. I don't know who's number 2. I've just seen him come in many times and save games or get it done, and I don't know. I mean, Drew Lock. What's he shown us? Not much.
No.
So, yeah.
Depth is always something that you worry about in these situations.
It's hard, though. I mean, look at all the
one
guys,
injury.
All the guys on IR on both teams.
But they've got the 2 weeks to recover from this IR.
They do. They do.
Right? And if we have to up it now to because we went through linebackers,
mm-hmm.
The running back situation, I think, is an even push. I think
it's even.
I think Walker's great, but I think Stevenson and Henderson together are as good as Walker.
Yeah.
On the quarterback side, I don't see how you don't give the nod to Drake May with what he's done. Even I'd like to put the asterisk on the season because of how weak the competition was that they played, because they played such a weak schedule, but it's still the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that, the weak schedule. I mean,
he has been incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
On those middle deep throws, right? I mean,
besides last game he wasn't.
Freezing cold in the snow.
I know, but
against the best defense in
probably the best
arguably,
defense in the NFL. Yeah,
right. Other than the one he's about to see in Seattle, maybe.
Yeah.
I just look at it and say, what has Drake May been able to put on paper, and what he's been able to put on paper is an incredible MVP styled season.
Yeah,
statistically, I mean, even things the deep stats that you don't think about, like his ability to throw the over-under balls, right? And finding the pocket in the zone defenses, things that usually come later in a career.
And his ability to run. He's got a good instinct when he feels the blitz coming and feels pressure in a certain area.
Arguably the best.
Yeah.
He's averaging 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, that's different when everybody's dropping back in pass coverage. But, yeah, I'm with you. No, he's got a lot of skills. He's tall. He's
doesn't
big.
do stupid things. Gets out of bounds.
Yeah, he does.
He's wise beyond his years at this point for what I'm looking at. And he's way ahead of schedule.
Yeah. Well, he's the second youngest quarterback to ever play in the Super Bowl. I think number one was with Roethlisberger, right?
So if we give the edge at quarterback to the Patriots, are you willing to say that?
I am.
Okay. I think it's a slight edge because I think Sam Darnold's going to show up, but I am willing to give the edge there. A push on running back.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks, where it turns, I think is the Seahawks wide receivers.
I don't disagree. Yeah, I would give the wide receivers to Seattle.
The entire unit of wide receivers for the Seattle Seahawks, to me, is so balanced in just the right way. Because on one hand, you've got JSN, who can do it all, can line up anywhere, and is a precision route runner that also has the speed to get deep. But you've got the great possession receiver,
Cooper Kupp,
who obviously has a lot to play for. Just went through his old team there, the Rams. Now winning a Super Bowl for him after being cast off by the Rams would be a great cherry on top of that. You've got Derek Young. You've got Rashid Shaheed, who's a burner who can also return kicks for. He's the Trayvon Henderson dual threat that New England has to balance it out. But it's just like they got a little bit of everything. Even Bobo stepped up in this last game and made some catches. And then obviously Barner as a tight end has added significantly to the success of this team. I just think that it gives Sam Darnold a lot of tools. And he's good enough to make those tools work for him.
Yeah, and he's got a great running game, too, and a good running back. So, yeah, I mean, that's why they're in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's pretty tough to bet against either of them, be honest with you, right? You can, you've got to dial it down. But I just think that it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to be a 2 or 3 point game. And I think that New England's going to cover. I don't think they're going to win. I think they're going to cover.
If it was just quarterback and trenches, I would give a lean to New England because of the Drake May factor.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a little lopsided on the back end, other than Christian Gonzalez, I like all of Seattle's defensive backs better, and I like all of Seattle's receivers better.
Okay.
So because of the receiver and DB situation, I do think there's a significant advantage to Seattle. I think that's where the bookmakers are coming up with the point spread.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah.
And if I had to mark it up right now, I'd say final score 34-27, Seattle. 7-point win.
Okay. I can see that too. Yeah.
But you're picking New England.
I'm picking New England.
So come to me with your justification and what does the scoreboard look like? How does the game go that tilts the field in favor of New England?
Well, the tough thing is you say to yourself, well, they're going to run the football on Seattle. Not many people have done that this year, not consistently. So that's not an argument for me. I just think Drake May is going to make plays when he has to, and the defense.
Drake May's feet.
Yeah, I think it's Drake May's feet, and I think the defense has really played well together. I mean, there's not like a bunch of all-stars on there, and most of the guys we haven't heard of before this year.
So really, you're looking at it and thinking Mafi is not going to be able to get to Drake May and make plays, and Emanwari is not going to be able to spy him effectively.
I'm not worried about that.
Because if those two guys do their job, they take him away.
They're not taking Drake May away. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I just think the receivers will get open. And How many times you think they're going to bring a linebacker in just to sit there and spy Drake May?
I think that they'll have the nickel and the linebacker depending on the situation, and one of the two, and that's going to be the disguise, right?
Yeah.
Is the linebacker staying in on me, or is Emanwari the one spying me? And what is the push-pull of that in these coverages?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think Drake May is going to be in for a rude awakening. I think that he will do enough in the passing game to make it competitive, but I think that's going to be late. Like, I could see this game already being 30-something to 14, and he gets a couple of late scores.
I don't see that. But, yeah. Seattle's good, and they're well-rounded, and they got a good running game, good quarterback, good
What about the coaching? I know you hate to put the coaches in because the players decide the game. Is there a coaching advantage here between Vrabel and McDonald?
I don't think so at all.
Is there a special teams advantage?
Oh, God, who knows?
Jason Myers, Michael Dixon. Dixon's punting the ball at a 49 per clip. I don't know what your New England special teams. You were in charge of New England special teams for this. You can't even pronounce Borregales' name.
Have you ever said to yourself that you're going to pick a game because of who's punting?
Oh, the punter decides it so often. Ask Eric Burton.
Are you out of your mind?
Ask Eric Burton. How many times does the punter decide the game? A nice coffin corner kick late in the game to pin him in? You can't see that as part of the chessboard?
No.
Me neither.
No, I just can't. I
tried to argue with a straight face, but I can't.
I know.
I can't argue even that punters matter with a straight face.
It matters, but
does it?
Not to us.
Does it?
No.
Honestly, couldn't Seattle win the game without a punter? Isn't it possible?
Sure.
They just decided.
Well, so can New England.
Yeah. We're going to go for it on every team.
Yeah, I'm just going to go. What do you mean?
Punter, you got the day off.
Wait. Dan Campbell, you just don't even have a punter. What are you talking about?
The Burton effect. Punter.
The Burton effect.
We're just going to give you the day off.
Yeah.
Unless you can run the rock on a fake punt, you're out of the game. Out of the game.
And he can't.
So, coaching again, though. We blew right by it.
I love Vrabel, and I love everything he stands for. So, who knows? Who knows?
McDonald coached a year at Michigan.
Dude, they all run.
Vrabel went to Ohio State.
They all run the same shit, Joe.
So from a coaching perspective, you're going to go with the Ohio State guy over the guy who at least had a cup of coffee at the University of Michigan?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. But this is a different sport.
I got to agree with you. I give Vrabel a little bit of an edge in this one.
And he's been around. He's been
I don't
fired.
think you can argue with what Vrabel has accomplished in New England.
Yeah, let's talk about Tennessee. What are they doing firing, letting Vrabel go?
We said the same thing about Mike Tomlin, and now have you heard the rumors?
What?
There's rumors about what transpired to make Mike Tomlin.
I thought Mike Tomlin kind of quit on his own.
Yeah, and why did he? That's the question. We'll probe this I don't want to cast aspersions on the air, but there are rumors that there's more to it. And if the rumors are true, let's just say it would be very sad.
Is it like racial?
No. It's it's exactly what you hate to see happen with these coaches, and then what goes on. There's rumors. Okay. I'm not gonna
get into it.
We'll find out. I'm sure it'll come out in the wash if this is true or not.
Most of the time, the rumors are not true.
They're not true.
No.
I hope that's the case.
I think he was there for almost 20 years, and he left on good terms. And
I hope that's true. And I hope that the Seattle Seahawks offensive line gives Sam Darnold enough time, because I do believe that he is one of the great stories. I know it's not a comeback story because he played well in Minnesota last year.
Yeah.
But it will tell general managers and head coaches in the future that maybe you don't want to fix it if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
Because the Vikings...
No, I get it, though.
The Vikings had a great defense.
Dude, and they drafted that kid from Michigan in the first round. And one thing I do know about NFL teams, if you're a first or second round draft pick, you're playing. Especially now with what they pay these guys. Back then it was $3 million. Now it's I don't know what's a rookie contract for a first-round quarterback. $40 million. It's got to be.
The Vikings had a great defense. They were very strong on both sides of the offensive and defensive line. Yeah. They were missing a quarterback this year.
Yeah, they were,
and it's because he was playing for Seattle.
Yeah, you can't argue that.
So again, last time around justifications for your New England pick. Are you only picking New England because they're getting the points, or you're actually taking them to win? You want the odds, New England to win. That'd be a nice odds bet, by the way.
I'm just taking them. I'm just because all these games are so offensive focused. All the calls that are critical at the end of the game are on the defensive side for holding, and I just think that their offense will be better than Seattle's. That's all I got, and I'm taking the points.
I think Seattle will move JSN around to get him away from Christian Gonzalez. They'll find ways.
Where are you going to move him?
I think they will find ways to put him in the slot, to rub him off of the tight ends.
Okay.
And he's lethal in these drag routes across the middle of the field, so the offensive line just has to give Sam Darnold 3.5 seconds. And I think that he can cut into this New England defense.
Okay.
On the other side of the ball, I think that they're going to do enough to Drake May to put him on his skates, so to speak. Right? I think he's going to be slopping around back there, trying to find the avenue. And I think that Witherspoon and Emanwari are just two of the best in the business right now. Yeah. So I am sticking to my guns with Seattle. Would it shock me if New England finds a way to pull off another upset? No, because they've been doing it all year.
Yeah.
And that is the NFL now is in a place where if you think you've got a lead pipe cinch and you've figured out the magic secret sauce to handicapping a game,
just look at all the
check again.
Look at all the mess that we talked about today with Minnesota, and all the people in their scouting room. What do they got? 30 people in their scouting and they trade Sam Darnold. So mistakes are made all the time, but I don't know how you could learn from it. You drafted that kid first round. He's got to play. He's making the money.
Yeah. And Drake May is going to see zone defense 80% of the time out there. That's pretty much all that Seattle plays, depending on the blitz situation. They're not a huge blitzing team because they got great players to rush the passer.
Yeah.
They can just beat you one-on-one. It's going to be a very interesting Super Bowl. I do think it'll probably break the ratings record because it's got everybody. It's got the West Coast. It's got the East Coast. It's got two teams that have been there and had some history behind them. They've got decently strong fan bases.
Kind of the cool thing, I get to watch the game at 3:30.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be in California.
I'm going to be in L.A., so I get to watch a game at 3:30.
On the time zone
with
Victor Kinney. Vic, nice guy Vic.
Yes.
Victor Sweets, head of the Homeowners Association?
Yeah.
Of Greater Irvine?
Yeah, Greater Irvine.
Newport Beach,
Condo Association.
Condo Association.
Yes. That he doesn't get paid for.
And he's been giving out citations, from what I understand.
Oh, yeah. You
can't have a potholder out your window facing that direction.
No, you've got to have your cars.
It's got to be monochromatic. You can't have a multicolored.
The second your car crosses his line that he has out front, he's watching.
Yeah, you don't double park.
No, you don't double park.
No, you don't take two spots.
No, he'll give you a ticket.
You don't park in an electric car.
And he gives you one of those tickets too that stick to your thing. You can't get off your window.
Because he's a big electric car guy, right? He's probably got a Cybertruck.
No. He's got a truck. He just built a truck. It's no cyber in it. It's just engine. All engine and wheels.
The Orange County far right faction of the.
I would say so. Yeah, definitely. All he does is watch Fox News all day.
Yeah,
all day.
But Fox, he told me
he tapes it. He told me
Fox News was a little too lefty for him. He had to go out to. What's that one that?
I wouldn't disagree.
American Patriots Network.
You don't even need to have Fox News on when Victor Zerks. He doesn't shut up.
Yeah, let's keep the politics out of it, Victor. At least for the Super Bowl, please.
He can't.
Can we not hear
Victor?
Can we just keep it to sports for something that we all agree with is is more important than in some cases life itself. So the greatest Super Bowl of all time is the list. The GOAT Super Bowl.
Okay.
Let's run it down. Who is on, not the top, because we got to make sure we build to a crescendo here. Who are your early contenders for your favorite Super Bowls?
So my favorite Super Bowls.
And don't say the 1969 Joe Namath Jets game, because you weren't born, so you didn't get a chance to experience it, basically.
It was very significant.
Okay. Were you born in 69?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were just being born.
I was just being born.
When Joe Willie Namath,
Willie Goff. I kind of got like a top 5, but my number 5 is the Giants Patriots, the famous helmet catch, ruining the Patriots' perfect season.
What was that guy's name?
I've got it written
Tyree?
down.
David Tyree?
David Tyree.
Caught the ball on the helmet.
Yeah, he did.
From another guy who.
So why'd you ask me that if you already knew the answer?
Who's trying to get into the Hall of Fame? Eli Manning to David Tyree. Yeah, that was the catch.
Then I've got the Malcolm Butler interception, obviously.
The 2015
Seattle.
Painful.
And my number 1 is the game that I won. I had money on.
Your Patriots Falcons.
My Patriots Falcons.
I do have the Patriots Falcons on my big board. It was one of the more painful things to watch. You knew it was going to happen with Edelman and the rest of the gang. That was an incredible comeback to watch, and it solidified Tom Brady as probably the all-time GOAT.
Yeah,
that Super Bowl win above all the other, way above the 2015 Seattle game. I obviously the David Tyree helmet catch is on a lot of people's board. I am a big fan. The Steelers were always my AFC team, right? I mean, maybe it's because they won so much early on in my life with Bradshaw and Mean Joe Green and Jack Lambert.
Kept the team together for like 8 years too. That's impossible nowadays. That's the problem too.
And even fast forwarding into the Mike Tomlin era, when James Harrison takes the 100-yard pick six, and then the crazy Santonio Holmes catch and Big Ben, that 2009 against the Cardinals, 27-23 win for the Steelers. For me, that one is always going to be there. People are going to bring up the Joe Namath game. He called his shot, Super Bowl III. There's also some great conspiracy theories. If you haven't gone out and read about the conspiracy theories that the NFL was on the brink back then, and the merger was looked at as a joke.
AFL thing.
It was a joke. So that there's a lot of people out there who believe that backup quarterback, the Colts backup quarterback in that game, fixed the game.
Oh, really?
It was Earl Wilson, right? There was a fix in, the NFL was actually part of the fix. They wanted the AFL team to win because it had been the NFC side blowing them out, and it wasn't seen as a competitive merger opportunity.
Yeah. Do we think that players...
Can you imagine that as a conspiracy, that the NFL would have been actually in on fixing the Super Bowl?
That I wouldn't believe. I think that would get out. But who knows? This was before phones, this before internet, this before everything.
And people don't realize this. When you talk to some of the real old-timers, the guys who were playing back then for the Packers and the Colts, and you look at the Super Bowl was nothing like it is now.
Dude. Nothing. What? Everything is nothing like it is now. Their paychecks.
They didn't even call it the Super Bowl until like the fourth one. They had to go back. They didn't do this Roman numeral thing. They weren't even those first 3 games were like kind of considered the pre. They still called it the NFL AFL World Championship.
Yeah.
And really, if you won your side and you were the NFC, the NFL champion, they kind of thought that, that's the championship.
Okay.
Now we're going to play this other league that is a second-tier league to us.
Yeah.
It'd have been like the NFL playing the USFL.
You think about mentality, I mean, do you think these guys that are playing, in the Super Bowl, you think they're thinking about money or their bills or their job? Or that's what people used to think of back in the day, even when they were playing football. Right, because they had to go get to work to make money, to have money to feed your kids, but now, what a different world we live in. There's so much money, so much opportunity.
the other Super Bowls, obviously, you know, the Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs over the Niners in overtime is a big one. The greatest show on turf, though. The St. Louis Rams, the Dick Vermeil, the Mike Martz era for those teams. And to have that game go down to the reach, right? The Tennessee Titans, Dyson reaching for the end zone, and the game ends on that play. I mean, that one is amazing. The Elway win, where he finally won the 1988, that was kind of in the middle of my childhood, where he ran for the first down and got knocked up in the air. It's the moments that made it like the fable, right? That the Super Bowl was this epic thing. Because we could bring up the fact that the Chicago Bears blew out the Patriots by 100 points with the 85 team. Right? But it's the ones that made the game. Like, did you think that Nick Foles and the Eagles had a prayer in 2018?
No.
Nobody thought that they had a prayer
but it's
to
also,
win that game.
I think it's also social media, and everything's on your phone. Every ounce of updates and injuries and who's starting, and everything's out there now.
So your number one is Patriots, Falcons. 25-point comeback.
Oh, there's zero question. That game was over. We almost turned it off. It was, I think it was 24. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they were down by at least 3 scores. I know that. In the fourth quarter.
Mine is Big Ben, great game, 27-24, Steelers over Cardinals, 2009. James Harrison, 100-yard kick return to the house. Maybe
in Detroit.
Maybe the best play ever in the history of the Super Bowl for a defensive player.
Yeah.
That's my number.
Okay.
Anything else? You didn't play in a Super Bowl.
I did not.
You played in the NFL playoffs numerous times.
Yep. 3 times.
If you could have played in a Super Bowl, would you have only wanted to do it as a Detroit Lion, or would you have taken trade me at the end of the season so I can just get into that game? Would you have foregone your Detroit Lions pride to get broomed over to another team right before the trade deadline, like they do in the NHL?
I think you know the answer. Hell yes.
Yeah, take that money.
Yeah.
There's extra money.
There you go.
They pay a little bit more.
They pay a lot more.
What is the more?
When I was playing the losing team.
When I was playing. So I got to go back 30 years.
30 years ago. Hold on. And I think I kind of know, but it used to, for an NFL player, it wasn't that much money. $50,000 if you lose, $100,000 if you win.
Since the telephone, since the invention?
I gotta believe
flat screen TVs.
I honestly don't know, but I gotta think it's gotta be like.
Is it 6 figures? No.
Oh yeah. What,
really?
To win?
If the winner gets an extra 6-figure check?
It was 6 figures when I played. It was $50,000 if you lose, $100,000 if you win.
Oh yeah, so it's they definitely have to.
Yeah, it's got to be 300, 150. It's got to be 400, 200. I don't know.
So it's a check.
Oh yeah, but
it's a check.
Yeah, but these guys are making 10, 15.
It's a
20.
house. It's a house on a small lake in the middle of nowhere.
No, you got to.
It's a cabin. It's a cabin. It's not a house. It's a cabin.
You got to take half off for tax, and you're.
Oh, don't get it. You and Victor.
See,
you got to get the homeowners association involved.
Damn right.
All right. GOATQUEST audience, we're going to take this show on the road. The Super Bowl preview will go to the Super Bowl recap, and we will do the recap on the 12th of February in Plymouth, Michigan. Sully Sullivan, James Sullivan's downtown poorhouse on Freilich.
The best place to have a cocktail.
We will get the time.
And the food.
The time, though. Are we thinking that this is a 6:30 broadcast?
Yeah, maybe
we want people
later.
To trickle in early.
Maybe a little later.
Get their seats.
Yeah.
At maybe 6. Maybe we go a little bit towards 6:30.
Okay.
That's
perfect.
Okay, because we got to give people a time. Plymouth, Michigan.
You're getting into my sleeping time.
Downtown poorhouse.
Almost.
Goats. It's the Goat Tavern, by the way. Look at the menu.
Yeah.
Just look at the menu.
Yeah,
it's the greatest of all taverns.
It was made for us.
The Goat Tavern. So we're going to be there. Tom and I, Brett Slaka, nice guy Slaka, is going to bring his pearly whites.
He is again. We got to see him again.
That's what I understand.
Yeah, we just saw him the other night.
That's what I mean. He says he's going to bring us some sponsors.
Oh,
yeah.
well, welcome.
He's working on it.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think Dino Candela will show up?
Dino, I don't know. Dino's a little. I think he's a little pissed at me right now.
Really? What'd you do to him?
Didn't show up to his holiday party. I wasn't feeling good or something. So he's ghosted me for a couple months. Totally ghosted me.
He's ghosted you.
No question.
The Italian Stallion.
Oh, ask him.
Most eligible man in the history of Northville, Michigan.
He's married.
Yeah, but he's also eligible because he's Metro.
Oh.
He open to all comers.
I never got that vibe.
No, it's not an open marriage. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that Dino is the most attractive man. He's like the
I almost puked.
He's like the Modelo guy?
Huh? Oh, the
most interesting man
most
in interesting man in the world.
I'll give him that. He's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
So we get him out, we get a couple more bodies, and I think that you will see. And by the way, Dino Candela,
we'd love to have him on the show.
He's a made-for-TV movie, isn't he? Comes out of the Naval Academy, has a career in the Navy, not the Naval Academy.
Freshman.
Was a 25-year-old freshman.
Yeah.
Leading his team out onto the field, ends up becoming a captain.
Ends up playing for 4 years till he was 29.
I think he played until he was 37. Is that a true statement?
It's possible.
Yeah, with NIL, he was the first NIL in the history.
NIL in the history of Wayne
NIL.
State.
That's right. But we'll have a whole gang out there. We'll have the posse in the tiki bar.
Yes.
You got to go into the back tiki bar area of the downtown poorhouse where ATS Advisors, Patrick Financial Group, Faro Imaging, we got sponsors lining up.
Yeah.
It's getting real, Tom Beer. You're going to have to bring your A game. You can't be fumbling around the sheets of paper trying to figure out how to pronounce the name of the tight end.
You ever think it's the questions you're asking me were not formulated correctly?
Maybe I should send you some We shouldn't just do this on the air.
No, we should do this before we get on the air.
We should have a little bit of study time.
No, we don't want
All
to
right,
do that.
so we will have a study hall next time before the February 12th screening of the next Goat Quest. Until then, check us out on Spotify, YouTube, all the good places. We're out there.
Like us, follow us.
Podbean, Apple, you get us everywhere.
I mean, how many followers do we have now? Like
7
million.
70?
70?
7 million
I think
followers.
we have 70
They just don't all show up at the same time.
They don't? They have to be online?
He's got to separate over 50 episodes.
Perfect.
7 million.
Understand.
But go out there and be the GOAT. Be the GOAT GOAT at whatever it is that you're doing today.